Good afternoon and welcome to the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. This is your host, business coach, and founder of Divine Connection Network Association. Welcome. Today is Monday. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And of course, today on Monday, we are celebrating hashtag Mom Boss Celebration. You know how we do it here on the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. Hashtag Mom Boss Celebration. Y'all know y'all love it. And I love coming in and being with you today. It's an opportunity to connect with you, current and future entrepreneurs. It's your platform. This show is dedicated to you, current and future entrepreneurs, as you connect with business coaching tips, training conferences, and networking opportunities, and especially, of course, for our special celebration, hashtag Mom Boss. You know how we do it here. We welcome you to come on in, share, connect, and of course, like in your comment, put in the comment, hashtag Mom Boss. Y'all know you love it here on the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. We thank you for joining us, and we have a very, very special guest. Today, Ms. Sharon Ackerman with Edward Jones Financial Company, and she is a financial advisor. So she's going to tell us a little bit about who she is, what she does, and all about this for our hashtag Mom Boss celebration. So welcome, Sharon. How are you today?
Thank you, Doreen. Doing wonderful. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I'm excited to be able to share with your group today.
Well, we are excited to have you as we celebrate. We've been celebrating, Ms. Sharon, for a while. You know, we started celebrating in May, where we just took a moment to recognize, honor, and celebrate mothers in business. And so it's just been phenomenal. All of the beautiful women and talented women and entrepreneurs that have graced the stage today on the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. So we thank you for being here today as we celebrate on Mondays. Now that we're even in June, we're still celebrating. Every Monday we try to feature another mom in business, and it's just been an awesome thing. It's really been an awesome thing to see all of the ladies just representing and just taking an opportunity to recognize them, honor them, and celebrate them. So of course today is your day where we get to celebrate you with hashtag Mom Boss celebration. Y'all know how we do it here, and we thank you so much for joining the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. Come in, relax, take off your shoes, eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich and your chips with us for your lunch. We just thank you for just coming in, because the show is truly dedicated to you, current and future entrepreneurs. We want you to come in and get these business coaching tips, training conferences, and networking opportunities. And here we have Edward Jones, financial advisor, Sharon Ackerman joining, and she's from the PD region in Florence, South Carolina. So Sharon, tell us all about you, how you got started in finance, how you got started with Edward Jones, and all that you do.
So thank you again for allowing me to join you today. And it is Marvelous Monday, and I think we should celebrate moms every day, right?
Yes.
And especially the working moms and entrepreneurs, because each day, you know, you are in leadership, whether you are raising kids or whether you are raising that business and building that business, you are definitely to be celebrated. So that's one of the reasons, in terms of just what's the reason that I'm here at Edward Jones. And so that was one of the things that you asked, and I will say that I have been called into this industry and into the work here at Edward Jones. And so I hope that everybody can appreciate that. I do believe that it's important for us to honor where we came from and where we are and where we're going. And so this is part of my journey in life. When I was growing up, I always told my parents, I said, I want to do a job where I help people, I want to talk to people, and I want to help people. And so throughout my life, that's what I've done. And the Lord has brought me here at Edward Jones to serve in the financial capacity, to help people. And the way I say it is that I help people to find the wealth that they don't know that they have, and to steward the wealth that they've already built. And so that's one of the goals that I have here at Edward Jones, is to, yes, we are financial advisors, and yes, we do handle money, but also in looking at the bigger picture and what is it that is somebody's goal in life, and then helping them to use their financial resources and help them to steward that the best that they can, so that they then can achieve their passion and their goal, and to be able to do their calling.
And you gave a lot of keys in that. So I'm gonna break it down for those that are watching the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. As your business coach and founder of Divine Connection Network Association, when we have a guest on the hashtag Mom Boss Celebration, I always break down for you so you can get the specific keys that the guest is giving you, that I'm giving you, to unlock what's inside you. So take a moment. It's a divine connection. So I heard words such as your goals, your dreams. When I was a little girl, I wanted to do this and that. So when you are deciding on your entrepreneurship, it has to be a passion that comes from within. It starts from within. You often hear me say this on the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. In order to unlock what's inside you, you have to first look where? Within. A lot of times we're looking without, well, what did my friend say I should do? What did my mama say I should do? What did this, oh, that looks good, let me go do that. Oh, that's quick money, let me go do that. But if it's not within you, it's truly has to be within you, because if it's not within you, it's not going to be the right key to unlock what's inside you. You're going to be fiddling with that key. You're going to be trying to make it work. You're going to be doing this, that, and the third to try make it work, but it's not going to work. It even may bear some money, but in entrepreneurship, just as Miss Sharon Ackerman said, it's not all about the monetary. Her basic thing was, I want to help people. I want to talk with people. That means she wants to have a relationship with people. And what she's saying is she chose Edward Jones and the financial aspect to do those things that she wanted to do as a little girl. So in entrepreneurship, the basic thing is building a relationship. You can't build a relationship with someone that is not within that, with something that's not in you. It has to be in you. So it has to be a passion that you have. It has to be a concern that you have. Ms. Sharon Ackerman is telling us, well, I had a concern to building relationship with people. I had a concern of helping people, and I want to help people understand their wealth that they already have, something that is already within them that they can use to make wealth, sustain wealth, and even go forth in retirement. So I just wanted to break that down, Ms. Sharon, for those that are watching, because we want them to make sure that they're getting the keys to unlock what's inside them. And I don't want them, as the business coach and founder of Divine Connection Network Association, I don't want them to use the wrong key, because then you're wasting time. Then if you're using the wrong key to unlock what's inside of you, it's just like you're trying to jimmy a door. You're trying to jimmy the door and you're using the wrong key. You're trying to break down the door and you're using the wrong key. When all you have to do is take a moment, it's a divine connection to first look within you, which is why you have someone like me, a business coach, to help you look within you to determine what it is you want to do, whether it's start a ministry, start a business, or start an organization. As your business coach, the first place we're going to look is in you, just like Miss Sharon Ackerman did. And I just find it so admirable that ever since you was a little girl, you stuck to those goals, and now you're helping other people reach their own goals. Now explain to us how you actually do that, Sharon.
So the biggest thing is that, one, networking and getting to know people and meeting them to see what are the needs in the community, what are the needs within people like yourself, entrepreneurs, whether you be somebody that's working for a nonprofit or for yourself or for another company, and just figuring out what are the needs. Where are you? What goals do you have? And certainly through Edward Jones, the focus is on the financial aspect. With that being said, we do look at holistically at every piece of who you are, and we want to get to know you. We want to understand you and understand your needs. And then we look at, as far as for long-term investing, we look at risk tolerance, which is looking at understanding your comfort with the ups and downs in the markets. If you listen to any kind of news, you will usually hear about what's going on in the markets. If you ever hear about the Dow Jones, it's 30 stocks. So it's 30 companies. So it's not necessarily that we're going to put you in those 30 companies. It's going to be individualized, and it's going to be unique to what you and your goals are and your comfort with risk. And so that's part of us learning what you need and how to make sure that we then put you into those investments. And so one of the things that we then do is to look at the opportunities that make sense. We look at helping to determine those needs and then staying accountable to those needs and adjusting as needed and working toward that long-term investment. And it starts with being intentional, we do start with making sure that, and we're probably going to talk a little bit more about this in the future, but looking at savings, looking at making sure that you have a plan in place, an emergency savings, whether as a business or an individual, and then looking at investing for the long term, and then potentially transferring that, whether it be selling the business or passing something on to your children or grandchildren, and leaving an inheritance, leaving that legacy.
Right. So today is Monday, and we do Think Tank Moment Monday. And this is a very good think tank question. The think tank question for today is this. So make sure you're listening and taking notes. And if you have any comments, go ahead and drop your comments there while you're watching the show. And Ms. Ackerman will follow up with you. We're going to have a very special presentation with Edward Jones, and Sharon Ackerman is going to be back with us on Thursday, the 25th, from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. We're actually going to be only airing live on the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. And so it's going to be only aired from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on June the 25th, which is a Thursday afternoon, from 6:30 to 8:30. That evening is going to stream directly into the Entrepreneur Moment Live Facebook group only. So if you're not a member of the Entrepreneur Moment Live Facebook group, go ahead and do that, of course. We appreciate your membership and we appreciate your participation. This is going to be a lot of information that Ms. Sharon Ackerman is going to actually break down and help us understand 5 different fundamentals. So I'm not going to give it away all the way, but we want you to participate and come into the live show on the on June the 25th, which is a Thursday evening, from 6:30 to 8:30. So we will have postings on that coming up today. I'm going to remind you starting today, because next week will be the 25th. So today, the think tank moment is, the question is, how can an entrepreneur create a savings and a retirement fund? So let me repeat. Think tank moment Monday. This is the question. How can an entrepreneur create a saving and a retirement fund? So we have 2 different categories. First, we're talking specifically to current and future entrepreneurs, because is this not correct, Ms. Ackerman? If you know you want to be an entrepreneur, this would be something that you should ask yourself as a proactive measure, correct?
Absolutely, yes. And I believe it's very important to be intentional and proactive. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then we also have the spectrum as someone that is already currently an entrepreneur, such as myself. So I'm going to use me for an example. What can I do as an entrepreneur, as a full-time entrepreneur? That means I have no 9 to 5 supporting me for a 401k, no 9 to 5 supporting me where I would get a physical check deposited every week, where I could normally take out maybe $100 and save toward a normal savings account, because I'm an entrepreneur. So the question, the think tank moment question, I hope that the listeners are ready to receive this answer in real time to this solution, get solutions to this question. How can an entrepreneur create saving and prepare for retirement? Miss Ackerman?
So definitely tune in so that you can hear the full presentation. So today is just a teaser and just a little bit of the general information to kind of get you prepared to come and listen and learn on that presentation that we're going to be doing, the seminar on 5 money questions. And specifically, there are different things that women need to address and to look at than men. And so we can kind of dive into that as well. But looking at, first of all, you asked about savings. And I will say the number one thing that we have to do is to come up with a plan and be intentional. So with that, you think about, you're going to take a vacation, you're going to take a road trip, you're going to go visit family, whatever it be. You know that you're going to have a plan for that. You're going to have a place that you're going to depart. You're going to pack your bags, and you're going to have whether you're driving in a car, you're going to have a trip planned out, or if you're going to be getting on a plane, you're going to have that trip planned out. It's the same with savings and retirement. You want to have a plan. So that's what we come up with and help you to formulate. Just like Doreen coaches and we come up with ideas about bringing out what you have as your calling from inside out. This plan needs to be your plan. It needs to be unique. It needs to be specific to you. So the first thing that we do is we understand, look at where are you today? And so we come up, whether that be looking at your expenses and looking at how can we help you to improve that cash flow. So that's something by looking at what is going out, what's coming in, and then what's left over. And then where can we maybe look at ways if we've got more going out than coming in, and sometimes especially starting as an entrepreneur, starting out, that is the case. So we've got to find a way to improve that cash flow. That is what we specialize in. And then the next phase of that is in creating an intentional savings plan. We have things at Edward Jones like insured bank deposit and other ideas to be able to help with that. And that's something that whether you do it through Edward Jones or through another vehicle, another bank savings, or however you decide to do that, it's just coming up with a plan to do that. And then once you've got some savings in place, and typically we recommend 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 months, depending on your situation. If you are planning to pursue as an entrepreneur and you've not started that yet, how do you get enough funds to get started? Where else can you look to maybe pursue opportunities to be able to get that business started? But you've got to take responsibility and take ownership of that and get yourself started with perhaps a savings plan. And then as an entrepreneur, how do you deal with things that come up like COVID that we did not know about? How do you adjust to that? Do you have a plan in place to be able to make it through these several months when maybe there's no funds coming in? You want to make sure that you're able to sustain and be creative and come up with ideas. And so part of that, like we would maybe perhaps even work, Doreen and I would work together. We work with CPAs, with your tax advisor, with attorneys, with other business coaches to help formulate a plan to put in place of how do we do this and where do you start? Where are you and how do we get started? And the main thing is getting started and having that plan. And then as we move forward, moving into investing, and that's where we understand your risk tolerance, which is how comfortable are you with market ups and downs. That will determine what I would recommend that we would invest in for you. And if you have certain risk tolerance, then we could look at different opportunities. And then we want to protect that. We want to make sure that we're looking, do you have life insurance? And whether that be outside or we partner together to come to, and bring in one of our product partners to look at the opportunities that are there. If you're a key business owner, the entrepreneur, and it's solely based on your success, then there might need to be a key business owner policy in place. Do you have that? Have you looked at that as an opportunity for your business? Because if something was to happen to you, that business is going to rely completely on your success to be profitable and to be able to be sustainable. And if something like that was to happen, do you have a plan in place? And then from that, then that wealth transfer at some point down the road, do you want to leave a legacy? What kind of legacy do you want to leave to your children, grandchildren, or maybe passing that business and selling that business? Do you want to be able to sell that business one day? What plan do you have in place for that transfer of the wealth that then you've built? Because you may not realize, you may not think, oh, well, I'm wealthy. Well, and you don't have to be wealthy to have an advisor, a financial advisor, not with Edward Jones. That's what we specialize in, is working with everybody from every different area. And you can start out with $25 a month to building up that plan. And we work from people that have hundreds of dollars to millions of dollars. So we work with everybody from beginning phases to that building phase to that transfer phase. And the distribution is the part that is really, really key, where we can come into place as well in making sure that it goes out in a way that it's going to be sustainable. And so overall, that just gives a really, really, really broad stroke picture of what is it that we do at Edward Jones. But the important thing is to know that it doesn't matter. You don't have to be wealthy. Okay, we're all wealthy, right? But it doesn't have to be that you have a lot of money to have a financial advisor. The important thing is that you start recognizing that you are wealthy and that you are deserving of the fact that we have that opportunity to look at, we don't charge anything to sit down and talk about this plan. That's the one thing that we like to, I mean, it's such a blessing to be able to work for a company that truly puts our clients first. And so we look at trying to truly help our clients. We're called what's a fiduciary, and that means that we look out for your best interest, whether it's $25 or $25 million. And so we really want to encompass that and to make sure that we are working with you and for you and partnering together for the long term. And so that's just in a nutshell what we do. And I know it's very general, broad stroke. So listen in on Thursday, the 25th, and we will give you a little bit more information about those. And then if there's anything that you would like to discuss on an individual basis, that would be when I'd ask you to reach out to Doreen and let's coordinate and perhaps plan a time to work together.
So, Miss Sharon, thank you for that explanation. So that with the think tank moment, from my understanding, what we're saying is to start a regular savings, we could have some type of strategy or some type of plan in place. That's a short-term goal. And then you would
Right.
also take that same plan, that strategy, step by step to create a long-term goal for the retirement. And what I'm
That's
understanding
correct.
is you can actually start with $20 and, not looking at the amount of money, but looking at the intentional aspect that I'm intentionally taking this $20 a week and I'm setting it over here because that's an intentional process. That's a point of my faith. I'm using that as a point of reference for my faith that maybe next month I can put $25 aside. And you're continuing to build that practice. And by doing that practice, as you continue to practice and practice, that money does compound. So therefore, it's not overwhelming for the entrepreneur because we all know entrepreneurship is a big risk, especially if you are in full-time entrepreneurship. It's a full risk. When you don't have a 9 to 5 supplementing your income or helping your income and you're just solely entrepreneur at full time. So especially for the moms that are watching, we had, when my children were small, I was doing my business, but not full time. I had to work full time and did my business on the side. And that's what you do. That's what, that's what you have to do. That's what you do. And you be glad that you do it because that's our job. And so I thank you that you broke that down, that we could just start as a little and not despise that little amount, not looking at the amount,
Right.
looking at the intention. Even if it's $5 is better than
Right.
nothing. You can take
Right.
$5. A lot of us have jars of change that we use. Well, compound all the quarters that you find laying around the house, all the pennies you find laying around the house, all these nickels and that you can compound that in a month. It could be $20, $25. You never know. And just loose change, keeping up with that. So we don't want to despise small beginnings, even when it comes to our finances. I have been guilty of that in the past, to rethink some things and say, okay, well, I didn't have $1,000 to put aside, or I didn't have such and such to put aside. So I'm just not gonna put nothing aside. No, I had to reshift my thinking that if I had $5, that's better than nothing. Sometimes we can get caught up in despising those small beginnings because we feel like, well, I'm not doing enough, but we are doing something, and something is better than nothing. So I
Yes,
appreciate
ma'am. Absolutely.
just, affirming that mindset is correct, even when it comes to finances. And I also like how you said, Edward Jones, there may be a stigma that you have to be a multi-millionaire to receive your services. I don't know what, we as customers would have to invest in ourselves to partake of your services. That's a different conversation for a different time, because that's on an individual basis where they can contact me to for us to coordinate another presentation. But I just think that it's very good to know that you don't have to be a multi-millionaire to receive a free
Right.
consultation to
Right.
answer these questions that you may have as an individual business or individual, without a business. That's great to know that, because I always thought that, because
Most people
Edward
do.
Jones is synopsis with wealth, and that's great. We, like you said, but you broke it down. We are a wealthy in our own way, and we are wealthy not just monetarily, but understanding that what's on the inside of us could be something to bring wealth, which is where I come in as a business coach. You can have a business on
Right.
the inside of you that could bring wealth or bring some type of income stream to supplement something else that you're doing. So in order to look at that, it's important to do the 15-minute discovery call and drop it in the text, I'm ready, because you just don't never know the possibilities unless you ask. You have not because you ask not. And so I appreciate you being here today. This has been very eye-opening. I'm sure for the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show guests that are coming in and watching, because we learned a lot. We learned that you don't have to be a multimillionaire to have a financial advisor. You don't have to be a multimillionaire to ask a question. I mean, and you can start with as little as $5 in your budget and being intentional about saving to create a regular saving for your business and then eventually a retirement fund for your business. So those are short-term and long-term goals that we as entrepreneurs can actually strive to. And it's not impossible because you broke it down for us how we could do that. So this has been an excellent think tank moment. I thank you so much, Miss Sharon. Go ahead and tell them again when you will be back with us. And I will remind them as well. We're going to put another flyer out. It's going to only be for the Entrepreneur Moment Live Facebook group. And Miss Sharon, go ahead and tell us the day, the time, and everything.
So Thursday, June the 25th. So that's next Thursday from 6:30. I believe we were doing from 6:30 to 8.
Right. And of course, we here in South Carolina or Eastern Standard Time, we have
Eastern.
so many people that join us. I saw someone that was joining us from New England. So we want you
Wow.
to understand. Yes, ma'am. I checked that this morning. So I thank you so much for your support of the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. We are here in South Carolina. That's Eastern Standard Time. So that's from 6:30 to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be on Thursday, June the 25th. And Ms. Sharon Ackerman will be with us. Give us the title again of your presentation.
So the official title is 5 Money Questions for Women, and I understand we may have a few men, so we can talk a little bit. Really, we're focusing, for entrepreneurs as well as individuals, and we can look at different things. But just to kind of the reason that we picked this is because there are some unique individual things that we need to consider as females, as women in business or as individuals. And so one other thing I just wanted to share is that Edward Jones, we have investment advisors all over the country in every state, including we have some in Canada as well. And I am licensed in multiple states, and so that is something as well that we can kind of look at. If you need somebody outside of the area that I am licensed in, then we can connect you. So that would be another opportunity to connect. But certainly we want to go through Doreen for that as well. But we look forward to having you. We hope we've created just a desire to join us and to learn more. Again, you have that wealth that we can look at as in terms of finding that wealth inside of you and finding that wealth. That would be what you do with Doreen, and then finding that wealth financially to be able to fund that whatever it is that you have inside of you, and then building on that wealth. And that's really, I think, the most important thing. If you hear nothing else, to know that you're created for a purpose. You're created to do and to help other people. And so trying to find out what is it that you were created for, what is your unique calling, And that is a wonderful opportunity that you have by working with Doreen, is that she can help pull that out of you. And I just am so excited to be a part of this, and I appreciate again the opportunity to share with you. And I look forward to next Thursday evening at 6:30 on our webinar.
Right, and we're gonna have a phenomenal time, Miss Sharon, because we're gonna have Cynthia Johnson, who is the CEO of Money Matters Financial Solutions, and Cynthia is a financial coach, and we are all working with Miss Sharon Ackerman to bring this economic empowerment part one series to you on Thursday. We're also going to have Kim Jones Gordon joining us as well. She is a licensed real estate agent. So, when you have these finances in place and you're understanding what Edward Jones is offering you, you're understanding what Cynthia Johnson is offering you through her company as a financial coach, and then it's possible that you can move forward and obtain real estate. And so we're putting all of these pieces together for you as we have this economic empowerment part 1 and part 2 series. Part 1 series is going to be on Thursday. And so Cynthia Johnson is going to be the host of that. She is the CEO of Money Matters Financial Solutions. And then you'll hear from her at the top of the show. You'll hear Miss Sharon Ackerman. She will go into the 5 fundamentals for women, specifically in business. To just give us, as we share, connect, and grow with you. That's very, very important, so that we can understand how we can put back our savings, how we can, strategize for our retirement. Most of the time when we are at home, most of the time it's the mothers that take care of the bills. Most of the time it's the mothers that prepare for college for our children. Most of the times in a household, it's the mom, the wife, the mother that handles that. So I've asked Miss Sharon Ackerman to speak directly to hashtag mom boss. This is what I do. I look out for y'all. And that's what we do as women, wives, and mothers. We really are hashtag mom boss in so many areas of our lives, and even the financial part. So I've got a whole team of people that's gonna be with you on Thursday, June the 25th from 6:30 to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a team of people that I put together for this economic empowerment series, and I'm so thankful that Edward Jones is a part of that. I did not realize that you did not have to be a multimillionaire to partake of your services. That's mind blowing. So I just can't wait till we come together as a team to present to the people. I know it's going to be very beneficial, and it's going to only air live to the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show Facebook group. So if you're not a member of the group, go ahead and do that before next week, so you can be a part of this phenomenal economic empowerment series. We're going to have Sharon Ackerman, Cynthia Johnson, Kim Jones Gordon. I'm going to be on there as well. I have a little surprise prepared for y'all. So well, it's just going to be we created a team environment, didn't we, Miss Sharon? Everybody doing their own piece, bringing in their expertise. You're the financial advisor. Cynthia's a financial coach. Kim Jones Gordon is a real estate agent, and I'm a business coach. So with that team environment, I'm sure that the people are really going to have added value and be able to take away something and apply it immediately. Basically, they're going to be able to apply it immediately. What you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that you're going to be able to walk away with information and things that you can absolutely incorporate and start doing immediately, that is going to propel you to your next level.
And Miss Sharon, we want to put the cherry on the top. This is a free or complimentary presentation.
Complimentary.
It's a complimentary
absolutely
presentation.
There is no cost to join us, and we want you to be able to access this. And like Doreen said, please join us, and make sure you're joining us as she recommends. I think that you're going to walk away and be like, I'm so glad that I joined this. And if for somebody that's going to miss it, they're going to wish that they had joined us, right, Doreen?
Right, because once we air, it's going to be on just for 24 hours. You know, we want people to go ahead and participate in limited time. So once it airs live, it's not going to stay up like normal forever and ever and ever. So you can watch in the replay. It's, you know, we want you to watch live, and it's probably be taken down in 24 hours because, you know, we have to make a decision. You know, we have to make a decision to take a moment and make these divine connections, a whole team of people, of experts in their own right. All of us are experts in our own fields, in our own right. And we're all coming together to form this collaboration just for you, current and future entrepreneurs. This is a phenomenal opportunity. So we want you to seize this opportunity. These are going to be all kinds of keys to unlock what's inside you financially, from the financial aspect. And like Ms. Sharon said, we all are coming together to give you a holistic view of economic empowerment. So this is going to really, really be wonderful. And of course, you can go ahead and put in the text, I'm ready, 843-910-3927 if you would like more information. Or if you put in your text, I'm ready, 843-910-3927 to do your 15-minute complimentary discovery call with me today. It's just time to unlock what's inside you. That is the question. Are you ready to unlock what's inside you? So, Ms. Sharon, I thank you. I'm going to let you close us out today in your own way. We thank you all for being here on the Entrepreneur Moment Live Show. Go ahead and share, comment, and like. And of course, if you're watching in the replay, y'all know how to do it now. Hashtag Mom Boss Celebration. All right, Ms. Sharon, go ahead and close us out.
All right. Well, thank you again for letting me be a part of this and joining y'all today. And just remember, you know, that time is an investment as well. And so invest your time wisely and invest in yourselves. And then you're able to invest in others. And that's what will make a difference in this world.
All right. So we thank you so much for joining. Hashtag Mom Boss Celebration. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Miss Sharon, hold on right there for me.